Hello, I'm Charles Bennett, and this is a short introduction to the song cycle Lightwaves. And I wanted to start with a kind of overview. I want us to think about the way that the meaning moves through the piece. And what I mean by that is this. I think it's easy to think of a song cycle as a series of connected pieces that move to a certain extent in a straight line. And one of the things I want us to just consider is that actually that's a perfectly adequate way of working with the material. So there is, of course, because of the way that music moves through time, there is, of course, a first piece and a last piece. And so we think of the meaning of the words, we think of the meaning of the music, the trajectory of that meaning tends to present itself, to show itself in a kind of a straight line. Now, to some extent, that's true. There is, of course, a beginning, there is a culmination. And I think as we go through the pieces, it is a journey. There are moments of little detours, there are moments of hiatus, there are moments in the music and in the words where the meaning unfolds itself in that way. But I would just encourage all of us as performers, as singers, as people who engage with the pieces, particularly with Lightwaves, of course, if I can give you a metaphorical dimension, a kind of an image to work with. And I'd like you to think about the sun at the center of our own solar system, because of course, light waves, the most immediate source of light we might think about is our own sun. Think about the pieces revolving around that central idea, so that each of the songs performs its own orbit around the central meaning of light. Now, some of these orbits might be close to the meaning. Some of them might be further away. Some of them might be circular. Some of them might be much more eccentric. And of course, as with our own solar system, each particular song, I'd like you to think of it as its own world. It's part of the solar system, but it's also a discrete individual unit, and it carries its own meaning, its own coherent entity within itself. So that each of the songs are individual, and yet, of course, they are all related as well. So when you come to perform the piece, try and think about that, about the differences in the meanings between each of the songs and the way that all of the songs move around each other and interconnect. Thank you very much indeed.